here we are with Rakeru Diamond, who's the main cosplayer from the cosplayer of Limitless Disguise. Rakeru, tell me, how long have you been cosplaying?
I basically started, I want to say in 2005, but got more serious about it recently since 2011.
Okay, and if I remember right, 2005 when you were 15?
Yeah.
Yep. Well, tell me about your first cosplay experience.
My first cosplay experience was basically I just ordered something online and I kind of just wore it around like the house and stuff. Then I got another costume.
Didn't you mention previously that you wore to school?
Yeah, I wore one of them to school. That was my first Temari cosplay. That was interesting.
How well did that go over?
um, I got a lot of weird looks and stuff.
Eh, funny that.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, my senior year, they had a costume day where people wore crazy costumes, and I was walking on my way home. A woman looked over her shoulders, saw me, looked over her shoulder again, and then went to the other side of the street. It's fun. So, do you make all your cosplays?
Yes, I do. I made all mine now. When I first started, I didn't, but now I do.
And what was the first cosplay you made?
The first one that I made was Lucy from Elf and Lead. That was a mix of both making it and finding things from like a thrift shop.
Very cool. And um, the first time I met you, what was that cosplay you were in?
I believe that was at the Youmacon picnic. That was my first
Mm-hmm.
Temari that I bought.
Mm-hmm. With a huge fan. Did you
Yeah.
make that fan?
That one, I kind of made it. That was actually a giant wall fan that I spray painted to look like hers, which I have now upgraded to a full fan.
Very cool. And what was the first cosplay you made?
That was the Lucy from Elf and Lead.
Okay. And the first, um, the Tamari was the first one I ever met you in.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I'd swear that I was thinking I saw you at Shutocon as Rakeru first,
Oh
or
yeah,
as Miasma. Miasma.
you met me as Miasma. That's right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I may have met you at Go-Daiko Con the previous year as a hybrid of Miasma and Tomari.
Yeah.
the the purple fursuit head, and
Yeah.
then you were wearing the Tomari outfit.
Yes.
But I'm not sure. I'm not 100% certain on that. But I know the first time that I met you that I we actually became friends through was when I met you at Shutokan 2012 as Miasma. I love that suit. I love the glowing purple eyes.
Thank you.
Now, did you? Is that an off the shelf thing? How do you get a fursuit like that?
That
Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you. That one was actually the head was being sold. It didn't have like eyes or anything like that. It was like a last minute Halloween thing, actually. And I was
Really?
like, yeah, I saw it and I thought it was so awesome, so I bought it. Um, and then I fixed it up just a little bit. I added the glowing eyes and everything. And I actually at the time had just the boots and everything. So I commissioned the same person who made the head for hands and a tail. And then from there, I upgraded to a full bodysuit.
Yep. Well, it's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
Do you find that when you're wearing the fursuit, miasma, that you behave differently?
Yeah, generally when I'm as my asthma, she's a little more outgoing, a little more cockier than I am. She's just a little more out there.
So your cosplays tend to affect your personality?
Yes and no. When I cosplay, I try to like be in character as much as I can. Just so I can, like when taking pictures, I can be more pose oriented and stuff.
Hmm. Uh, what's your favorite cosplay?
My favorite cosplay as of right now is actually my Temari that I made from Shippuden.
Hmm. Very cool. And have you ever competed in any competitions, masquerades?
Yep. The first one that I ever competed in was at Go-Daiko 2012, and I actually won with my Temari.
Very cool. Have you won at any other awards?
Yep. This year actually at Go-Daiko again, I did place in the intermediate position for my Rider cosplay.
Very cool. So you've placed in the intermediate for your Rider cosplay. Was the previous one at the novice level?
Yes,
So you think you're ready to move up to the professional level?
I think so.
So, so what cosplay are you working on next?
The one I'm working on right now, actually, I'm working on quite a few of them, is actually Holo from Spice and Wolf, and I'm also working on Ymir from Queen's Blade.
Very cool. Now, you're also working on a fursuit.
Yeah, that one is probably gonna take a lot longer. That's like a demon kind of cat character. He's gonna It's gonna be crazy. Full glowing eyes and hooves and all that stuff.
Yeah, it looked pretty awesome. you, you sent me that picture.
Yes.
Just give you an idea. How long does it take to make a cosplay?
It depends. When I'm not procrastinating, it can be anywhere from a week to a month.
Hmm. What's the longest you've taken on one?
Um, I've been working on Ymir actually actually before whenever actually I don't even know when it was. Whenever in August actually, since August, and I put it on hold and put it off, and then started on again and put it off. So that one's actually taken me a while because it has armor, and I've never worked with armor before. So I
Hmm.
hope to have that one done soon. But the longest I want to say about a month, which was Tamari.
Hmm. So the mirror is there's a certain bit of procrastination factored in there.
Yes, quite a bit.
So how much actual time have you put into it so far?
I want to say almost a month.
Oh, okay. How much do you think it'll you have put into it when you're done?
Probably about two to
Hmm.
three.
So do you think you'll have it ready by Shutocon?
I'm hoping that's my goal.
um, what was your first convention?
My first convention, actually, I was dragged to Go-Daiko in like 2010, I think, and I didn't dress up or anything like that. That was like my first anime convention that my friend took me to, and I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. And then I went to Youmacon 2011 as my Temari, and I really liked it, so I always kept going to as many as I can.
Very cool. And I have this sneaking suspicion, looking at you right now, you are maybe a bit of an anime fan.
Yeah.
How many anime characters would you say are there in the background behind you?
um, 9, not including the Pikachu's.
How many Pikachu's do you have?
There's a lot. Um,
Yeah, I can see a
Probably
lot of
like
yellow.
15.
15 Pikachus.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of Pokemon?
Yeah, I have a huge
just,
collection.
just a little bit of a Pokemon fan, I think. Are you? Have you done any Pokemon cosplays?
Not really. I've made a Flaffy hoodie, if you could count that as a cosplay, and I've actually wore that to Youmacon this
Hmm?
year.
Very cool. Gotta have something when you're not all dressed up.
Yeah.
Just a little dressed up. Well, before I get to the end of our interview, I like to close my interviews by offering the person I'm interviewing a moment to tell something weird and wonderful about themselves or an experience they've had. My main site is weirdreview.com, so it just follows from that. Got any interesting stories about yourself or experiences that you'd like to share?
A lot, but the one that the one that I can remember right now, I do work at Joanne Fabrics.
Hmm.
So when I'm like cutting people's fabric and stuff, sometimes I ask, "Oh, what are you doing with this?" The one thing that I remember someone saying was, "Oh, I'm making stripper outfits," and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry I asked." So that was a little awkward.
Well, she obviously didn't have a problem with it.
No, and she's like, "I just need to cover up them," and I'm just like, "Okay."
Something that she can wear and be presentable in public, but will come off fast, right?
Pretty much.
Very cool. Well, do you have anything you'd like to conclude with? Like, do you have a website or Facebook or something that you'd like to share for how people can get in contact with you if they want to, say, commission a cosplay or something along those lines?
I do. I do have a Facebook, facebook.com/limitless disguise cosplay. It's really long, but that's where you can find me and probably the best way to get a hold of me.
Yep. And like your Limitless Disguise page, and who can help but liking such a lovely lady?
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rakeru. And from the nether parts of the internet, this has been the Weird Review.